Hello, Father Mark here. It's day 78 of the Bible in a Year, and it's Numbers chapter 33, which is a roadmap. It's a travelogue, as it says in verse number 2. It says, Moses wrote down their starting places stage by stage, and then it lists 40 encampments between Egypt, Ramses, and Moab. So there's the 40 places where they pitched their tent and tabernacle, tent of meeting. And later on, the saints would kind of compare these to the stages, stages of the spiritual life on the way from Egypt, which is like sin and, worldliness, to getting to the promised land, which symbolizes heaven. These are the kind of symbolic of the spiritual life. And then we have in the book of Deuteronomy, the Song of Moses. And as Father Schmitz said, it's an intense, harsh song about how God foresees that Israel is going to be faithless, even though God is faithful. As it says very beautifully, that God, a God of faithfulness, without iniquity, but they have dealt corruptly with him, verse 5. And it speaks about how God was so good to them, as it says in verse 10 through 12, famous line, which has been made into a nice song. Also, I found them in desert, in a howling waste of wilderness. I cared for him, for Jacob, Israel, as the apple of my eye, like an eagle that stirs up its nest and bearing its young on its wings and such. So God is so faithful, but the people, it predicts that they're going to be unfaithful. This Song of Moses is called a prophetic lawsuit against Israel, kind of accusing Israel for future violations of this Deuteronomic covenant and vindicating the Lord. The Lord is faithful, but Israel is prosecuted for being corrupt and idolatrous, for worshiping other gods, as it says. They're going to get fattened, waxed fat. They're going to wax. That means kind of grow fat by the luxuries of Canaan in the land of milk and honey. They're going to, overeat, and they're going to be sacrificing to demons, as it says. The Old Testament and the New Testament says that idolatry or other, if you have a religion with many gods, that those are often demons. Polytheistic religions where they have many gods, the demons kind of hide behind that, and they're always trying to get attention. These fallen angels wishing they were like God. In verse 21, there's something interesting. It says that the Israelites made God jealous. God is like a loving husband, and they worshipped other gods, going off with other idols and multiple partners or other gods. And so it says that as a punishment, he's going to stir them to jealousy with another people who is a no people. So they stirred me to jealousy with what is a no God, these idols or demons, which are not really a God. But I will stir them to jealousy. I'll make them jealous with a no people, which means, the Gentiles, the other nations of the world who don't have a covenant relationship with the true God. So in other words, God is going to give blessings and include the Gentiles. That's, people from California, people from all over the world are going to be included. People who are no people are going to, and that the Israelites who were supposed to be the chosen people, they're going to be made jealous. So it's an appropriate punishment for people who made God jealous. God's going to make them jealous by, including other nations. And St. Paul speaks of that. St. Paul says that this passage, verse 21, was fulfilled when God accepts, Gentiles into the church since it's in Romans chapter 10, verse 19, and chapter 11, verse 13 to 14, St. Paul says that God has this tactic to kind of punish the Israelites by including us, people from other countries, in the chosen race.